Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. My beloved brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum. Close your eyes for a moment. Go back to this morning, that moment when you first opened your eyes, that space between sleep and waking, between dreams and reality. What was the first thought that entered your mind? Was it a groan about how tired you felt? A mental list of everything you had to do? A worry about a problem waiting for you? A sense of dread about the day ahead? For most of us, our morning begins with a conversation we don't even realize we're having. A silent dialogue in the darkness. And here's what's terrifying. That conversation is programming your entire day. Let me explain. Think of your mind like a computer. When you wake up, it's in a neutral state, open, receptive, and whatever thoughts you feed it first become the operating system for the next 24 hours. If you start with "I'm exhausted," you install the exhaustion program. Your brain will now look for proof that you're tired all day. Every yawn will feel bigger. Every heavy moment will feel heavier. If you start with "I can't handle this," you install the overwhelm program. Every challenge will appear mountainous. Every responsibility will feel like a burden. But here's what psychology doesn't tell you. There's a spiritual dimension to this that goes even deeper. In Islam, the morning isn't just another time slot. It's a sacred space, the time when your soul is fresh, when your connection to Allah is closest, when the spiritual realm is most accessible. The Prophet Muhammad taught us specific morning adhkar, remembrances, for a reason. He didn't just give us nice words to say, he gave us a spiritual technology, a way to program our hearts, minds and days for success in this world and the next. And the beautiful news, you don't need to be a scholar or a saint to use this technology. You just need to know what to say and why to say it. Today I'm going to give you 7 specific things to tell yourself every morning after Fajr. These aren't positive affirmations from some self-help book. These are divine declarations drawn directly from the Qur'an and Sunnah. These are the conversations that will rewire your first thoughts upon waking. Create what scientists call a cognitive frame for your entire day. They prime your brain. They set the filter through which you'll experience everything that happens next. If you wake up thinking, "I'm so exhausted," your brain will spend the whole day looking for evidence to prove you right. Every yawn becomes proof. Every tired moment becomes confirmation. Your mind becomes a detective searching for clues of your exhaustion. If you wake up thinking, "I can't handle today," your brain will interpret every challenge as overwhelming. A difficult email becomes a crisis. A tight deadline becomes impossible pressure. Your capacity shrinks before you even begin. This is what psychologists call confirmation bias. Your brain seeks evidence to confirm what you already believe, and your morning thoughts set those beliefs in motion. But here's what psychology classes don't teach you, what only our Islamic tradition understands completely. Your morning programming isn't just psychological, it's spiritual. When the Prophet Muhammad taught us specific morning adhkar, when he emphasized the importance of how we start our day, he wasn't just giving us a positive thinking technique, he was revealing a spiritual law. In those early morning moments, especially after Fajr, your soul is most receptive. The veils between you and the spiritual realm are thinnest. What you plant in those moments grows throughout the day. Think of it like spiritual agriculture. You wouldn't plant weeds in fertile soil and expect to harvest flowers. Yet so many of us plant thoughts of complaint, worry and anxiety in the fertile soil of our mornings, then wonder why our days yield stress and struggle. The companions of the Prophet understood this deeply. They didn't just pray Fajr and go about their day. They had a morning practice, a spiritual routine that set to us a compass for the next 24 hours. They knew that the battlefield of life isn't just external. The most important battle happens in those first moments of consciousness, between the whispers of faith and the whispers of doubt, between remembrance and forgetfulness, between gratitude and complaint. And they armed themselves accordingly. So the question isn't whether you're programming your day, you are every single morning. The first thing you must tell yourself every morning is this: today I choose complete trust in Allah's plan for me. In Arabic, this is called tawakkul. And let me be clear, this isn't passive resignation. This isn't throwing your hands up and saying whatever will be, will be. This is active, empowered trust after you've done your part. Let me give you the exact morning declaration. Ya Allah, today I place my complete trust in you. I will do my best. I will make my plans. I will put in my effort with excellence. But I surrender the results to you. Whatever happens today, whether I understand it or not, whether it feels good or bad, I trust it's part of your perfect plan for my growth and ultimate good. Why does this matter so much? Because most of our daily anxiety, stress, and mental exhaustion comes from one place: our desperate need to control outcomes, our attachment to things going our way, our fear of what might happen if they don't. The Prophet gave us the perfect example of tawakkul when he said, if you were to rely upon Allah as He deserves, He would provide for you as He provides for the birds. They go out in the morning with empty stomachs and return full. Think about that deeply for a moment. Birds don't wake up anxious. They don't have storage units. They don't have retirement plans. They don't spend their mornings worrying about where their food will come from. They simply go out each morning, they fly, they search, they do their part, and Allah provides. Your version of going out might look different. Going to your job or business, studying for your exams, caring for your family, working on your projects, seeking halal provision, but the principle is the same. Do your part with excellence, then release the anxiety about results. When you truly internalize tawakkul, two profound shifts happen. First, your effort becomes more effective because it's no longer contaminated with anxiety. It's no longer burdened by the pressure to control outcomes. You work with clarity, focus, and presence. Second, your peace becomes unshakable because outcomes are in Allah's hands. Your worth isn't tied to results. Your identity isn't attached to success or failure. You become like the bird, doing your part while knowing your provision is guaranteed. Practical implementation for tomorrow morning. After your Fajr prayer, sit for just 1 minute. Close your eyes. Say the declaration above with sincerity. Then visualize yourself throughout the day, working diligently but with a light heart, making plans but holding them loosely, facing challenges but with inner calm. Write the word tawakkul on a sticky note. Put it where you'll see it first thing, on your bathroom mirror, on your phone screen, next to your coffee maker. Let it be your morning anchor. This one declaration alone can eliminate 80% of your daily stress, because most stress isn't about what's actually happening. It's about our fear of what might happen, our resistance to uncertainty, our illusion of control. The second morning declaration is this: my rizq for today is already written and guaranteed by Allah. Let this truth sink into your consciousness every single morning. Let it reprogram your relationship with provision, with sustenance, with abundance. This isn't my opinion. This is directly from the Qur'an, where Allah says, and there is no creature on earth but that upon Allah is its provision. Surah Hud 11:6. Read that again slowly. Let each word land in your heart. No creature, that includes you, however unworthy you may feel, however insignificant you may think you are in the grand scheme of things, you are included in this divine guarantee on earth, right where you are, in your current city, your current job, your current circumstances. You don't need to be somewhere else, someone else, or in some other situation for this promise to apply. But that upon Allah is its provision. Your provision isn't upon your boss. It isn't upon the economy. It isn't upon your qualifications or your network. It's upon Allah, personally, directly. Here's your morning declaration. Ya Allah, I believe with certainty that my rizq for today is already written. Help me to recognize the doors you are opening. Give me the courage to walk through them. Grant me the wisdom to receive your provision with gratitude and use it in ways that please you. Now here's what changes when you internalize this truth. You stop operating from scarcity consciousness and start operating from abundance consciousness. Most people wake up thinking, I need to fight for my share, I need to compete, I need to struggle and claw and grab what's mine before someone else takes it. The believer wakes up thinking, my share is already guaranteed. My focus today isn't on grabbing, it's on receiving with gratitude. My energy isn't for competing, it's for creating value. My heart isn't anxious about lack. K, it's trusting in abundance. This single mindset shift transforms every area of your life. At work, instead of seeing colleagues as competitors to outperform, you see them as collaborators. You share ideas freely, you help others succeed because you know your rizq is from Allah, not from beating someone else. In business, instead of desperate chasing and manipulation, you focus on genuine value creation. You serve sincerely, you deliver excellence, because you trust that Allah will bring the right clients, the right opportunities to those who do right. In relationships, instead of taking, you focus on giving. Instead of measuring what you receive, you measure what you can contribute. Because a generous heart attracts barakah in ways a calculating heart never can. With money, instead of hoarding out of fear, you circulate with trust. You give charity not as an afterthought, but as an investment in your rizq. Because the Prophet said, charity does not decrease wealth. But, and this is crucial, this trust must be combined with action. Remember the birds from our previous section? Their trust didn't mean they stayed in their nests. Their trust propelled them to fly, to search, to do their part. Your rizq is written, but your effort is still required. The difference is this. Before, your effort is burdened by anxiety, driven by fear, contaminated with desperation. After, your effort is empowered by certainty, driven by purpose, purified by trust. Tomorrow morning, try this simple visualization. After making your declaration, close your eyes for 60 seconds. Visualize your rizq flowing to you today. Don't visualize a specific amount of money. Visualize solutions appearing for problems that seem stuck. Opportunities presenting themselves unexpectedly, help arriving exactly. Now I know what you might be thinking, but you don't understand. My boss is unreasonable, my children are demanding, the traffic is unbearable, my circumstances are difficult. And you're right, those things exist, they are real. But here is the liberating truth the Prophet Muhammad taught us. Between every external event and your internal response, there is a space, and in that space lies your power to choose. Let me give you your morning declaration. Ya Allah, today I choose to guard my heart. I choose peace over reaction. I choose patience over anger. I choose forgiveness over resentment. Whatever happens externally, help me maintain my internal peace. Make me a source of calm, not a carrier of chaos. For too long we have given away our power. We have used phrases that make us victims of our circumstances. He made me angry. This situation stressed me out. She ruined my mood. They drained my energy. But here is the spiritual reality. No one can make you feel anything without your permission. No situation can dictate your inner state unless you surrender that control. The Prophet ﷺ, despite facing persecution, betrayal, war, and immense personal loss, never lost his inner peace. He taught us a powerful three-part formula for maintaining our energy. 1. When praised, say Alhamdulillah, all praise is to Allah. This redirects the praise to its rightful source and protects you from arrogance. When criticized, say Astaghfirullah, I seek Allah's forgiveness. This turns criticism into an opportunity for self-reflection and growth rather than defensiveness. 3. When provoked, say La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. There is no power nor strength except with Allah. This immediately connects you to a source of power greater than the provocation. These are not just words, they are spiritual circuit breakers. They stop the negative energy from flowing into your heart and redirect it back to Allah. Tomorrow I want you to try this practical exercise. When someone does something that would normally trigger you, raises their voice, says something hurtful, acts unfairly, pause for just 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, whisper one of these phrases, then watch what happens. The emotional charge dissipates. The urge to react diminishes. You remain centered. You keep your power. But taking responsibility for your energy isn't just about managing negative inputs. It's equally about cultivating positive outputs, which is why your morning declaration doesn't stop at guarding your heart. It extends to proactively choosing the energy you bring into every room, every conversation, every interaction. Ask yourself this every morning: what energy do I want to be known for today? Do I want to be the person who lifts others up or weighs them down? Who brings solutions or amplifies problems? Who radiates calm or spreads anxiety? Your energy is your most powerful form of dawah. Before you speak about Islam, your energy speaks for you. Before you quote a hadith, your patience teaches it. Before you explain Islamic manners, your calm demonstrates them. And here is the beautiful secret. When you take responsibility for your energy, you don't just transform your own day, you transform the days of everyone you meet. But this responsibility requires fuel. It requires a source of energy. Now I know what you might be thinking. I know I should be grateful. I say Alhamdulillah, but sometimes life is just hard. Let me be clear. This isn't about ignoring your pain or pretending everything is perfect. This is about training your eyes to see the blessings that are already there, even amidst the difficulty. The Prophet said something profound. Whoever does not thank people has not thanked Allah. Why? Because gratitude is a muscle. It needs to be exercised. And the people in your life, the small comforts, the daily provisions, they are your training ground. Here is your morning practice. After your Fajr prayer, before you move, before you check your phone, before your mind starts racing, take 60 seconds. Mentally list 3 specific things you are grateful for. Not vague generalities. Be specific. I'm grateful for this warm blanket that kept me comfortable last night. I'm grateful for the clean water that just flowed from my tap during wudu. I'm grateful that I could hear the adhan and respond to it this morning. I'm grateful for my child's smile yesterday. I'm grateful that my car started this morning. Why does this matter so much? Because gratitude isn't just good manners, it is spiritual physics. The more you acknowledge a blessing, the more that blessing multiplies. The more you recognize Allah's favor in the small things, the more favor you become able to receive in the big things. Gratitude turns what you have into enough. It turns a simple meal into a feast. It turns a modest home into a palace. It turns an ordinary life into a series of miracles. Declaration number 5. Today I will actively look for opportunities to do good. This is the active counterpart to gratitude. Gratitude receives, good deeds give. Together they create a cycle of spiritual energy. The Prophet said, do not belittle any good deed, even meeting your people, rather with a cheerful face. Read that again. A smile is a good deed. A kind word is a good deed. Holding the door for someone is a good deed. Texting a friend to check on them is a good deed. Your day does not need a grand, heroic act of charity to be successful. It needs a series of small, sincere acts of goodness. Your morning intention should be, Ya Allah, today open my eyes to the small opportunities to do good. Help me to smile at a stranger, to speak gently to my family, to help a colleague, to give a small charity, to share a useful piece of knowledge. Every single one of these small deeds purifies your heart from the rust of worldly preoccupation, attracts barakah to your entire day, builds your spiritual account in the permanent record, makes you a source of light in a world that often feels dark. Now let me give you a powerful 2-minute practice that combines all 5 declarations so far. The morning visualization reset. After Fajr, sit quietly for 2 minutes. Breathe deeply 3 times, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Go through each declaration mentally from number 1 to number 5. Visualize yourself living them throughout the day. See yourself trusting Allah when news comes. See yourself remaining calm when provoked. See yourself noticing a blessing and smiling. See yourself holding the elevator for someone. Make a short, sincere dua. Ya Allah, help me live this day in a way that is pleasing to you. This 2-minute practice will do more for your productivity, your peace, and your spiritual state than an extra hour of sleep ever could. Because you're not just planning your tasks, you're programming your soul. You're not just managing time, you are cultivating a state of being. And this state of being, this is not optimism, this is not positive thinking. This is certainty in divine wisdom based directly on the words of our Prophet. He said, how wonderful is the affair of the believer. His affairs are all good. If something good happens to him, he is grateful and that is good for him. If something bad happens to him, he is patient and that is good for him. Read that hadith until it rewires your understanding of good and bad. For the believer, there is no such thing as a purely bad day. There are only days of gratitude and days of patience, and both are good for him. Your morning declaration should be, Ya Allah, whatever unfolds today, whether it matches my plans or shatters them, whether it brings joy or brings tears, whether I understand it in this moment or not, I trust that it is the raw material for my spiritual growth and my ultimate good. Help me to meet it with either gratitude or patience. This declaration removes the labels good day and bad day from your vocabulary. Every day becomes a growth day. Every experience becomes a lesson. Every hardship becomes fertilizer for your soul's development. I want you to think of a recent disappointment, a rejection, a failure, a loss. Now with this new lens, ask yourself, what did that experience teach me about myself? How did it strengthen my reliance on Allah? What good came from it that I couldn't have received any other way? You'll begin to see patterns. The job you didn't get saved you from a toxic environment. The relationship that ended cleared space for a healthier one. The financial loss taught you resourcefulness and brought your family closer. We get so caught up in the daily scoreboard. Did I make enough sales? Did I get the promotion? Did people like my presentation? Did I complete my to-do list? We tie our self-worth, our happiness, and our sense of accomplishment to temporary, worldly results. But the believer remembers the ultimate truth. My real success, my eternal success is with Allah in the hereafter. Today is just one single page in the very long book of your life, and that life itself is just a single paragraph in the eternal story of your soul. Your morning declaration, Ya Allah, help me to live today in a way that earns your pleasure, regardless of whether it earns the world's applause. Help me to measure my success by my sincerity, not by my outcomes. My eyes are on the ultimate prize, your forgiveness, your mercy, and paradise. This doesn't mean you don't try. It doesn't mean you don't care about results. It means you decouple your self-worth from those results. You work for the A in the class, but your value isn't tied to getting it. You strive for the promotion, but your identity isn't shattered if you don't get it. You build the business, but your peace isn't destroyed if it struggles. You become like a farmer. You till the soil, plant the seeds, water the crop, and protect it from pests, all with diligence and excellence. But you understand that the growth, the harvest is from Allah. Your job is the effort. The outcome is His domain. When you internalize these two final declarations, something remarkable happens. You become fearless. Not fearless of hardship. Hardship will still come. But fearless of its power to break you. Fearless of failure's ability to define you. Fearless of disappointment's capacity to derail you. Because you know that whatever comes is for your good. And you know that your true success is already secured by your faith and your actions, not by today's temporary wins or losses. You now have all 7 tools, the complete spiritual toolkit for crafting not just a good morning. That is why I am not ending this with inspiration. I am ending it with a challenge, a 7-day morning revolution challenge that has transformed thousands of lives. Each day, For 7 days, you will focus on just one declaration. Day 1. Today, I choose tawakkul, complete trust in Allah's plan. Day 2. My rizq is already written and guaranteed. Day 3. I am responsible for my energy and reactions. Day 4. I will seek out reasons to be grateful. Day 5. I will look for opportunities to do good. Day 6. Whatever happens today is what's best for me. Day 7. My ultimate success is not today's outcome. Why only one per day? Because mastery comes through focus. If you try to implement all 7 at once, you will master none. By giving each declaration its own day, you allow it to sink deep into your subconscious. You notice how it specifically shapes your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions for those 24 hours. Your simple daily practice. After Fajr, sit quietly for 2 minutes. Read that day's declaration out loud, from your phone, a note, or from memory. Close your eyes and visualize yourself living it throughout the day. See the specific situations you'll face and see yourself applying it. Make a short dua. Ya Allah, help me live this declaration today. In the evening, take 60 seconds to reflect. How did it go? What did you notice? Jot down one sentence in a notebook or your phone. This is not about perfection. This is about awareness and effort. Some days you will embody the declaration beautifully. Other days you will forget it by 9 a.m. and remember it at 9 p.m. Both days count. The effort is what is witnessed and rewarded. Why 7 days? In spiritual tradition, 7 is a number of completion and blessing. It is the time needed to begin rewiring a habit, to form a new neural pathway. It is long enough to see initial results, but short enough to feel achievable. I need you to start his challenge tomorrow, because here is the raw truth. Your life will not change when your circumstances change. Your circumstances will begin to change when you change. And change starts with what you consciously tell yourself each morning. These 7 declarations are not my creation. They are drawn directly from the ocean of the Qur'an and Sunnah. They are the morning mindset of the Prophet Muhammad and his companions. You are not experimenting with self-help. You are aligning yourself with a 1,400-year-old spiritual technology that has produced the greatest hearts in history. Your call to action is simple. Declare your commitment. In the comments below, type, "My 7-day morning revolution starts tomorrow." Add your country. When you see Pakistan, USA, UK, India, Canada lighting up the comments, you will feel the power of a global community choosing transformation together. You are not doing this alone. Multiply the blessing. Share this video with 3 people who need better mornings. A friend stressed about work, a sibling struggling with anxiety, a parent who feels overwhelmed. The Prophet said, "Whoever guides to good gets a reward like the one who does it." Your share could be the key that unlocks someone else's prison. Lock in your support system. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Why? Because over the next 7 days, you will need reminders. You will need encouragement. You will need to know that this community is here, walking the same path. This channel will be your daily dose of fuel for this journey. Tomorrow morning when you pray Fajr, you will do something different. You will sit with a new intention. You will declare, "Today I choose tawakkul," and you will begin. Your morning conversation has been creating your reality. Now you hold the script for a better one. Type your commitment below. Share this with 3 people. Subscribe and say